Hey, so this is my V-Cube 7 solve. Enjoy, everybody.
Alright, so I'm going to be doing another narration over this solve because I really didn't talk much. So yeah, today I'm just going to be kind of talking about larger cubes, my opinion of V-cubes, and kind of this solve and how I've progressed through solving 7 by 7. So first off, I may as well just start with how long I've had this cube. So I think it was back in like 2010 that I got the V-Cube. No, back at that time they were like $100, literally $100 for a V-Cube 7. So you can imagine, like, I was pretty dead set on getting one, and my parents didn't want to get it because it's one thing to go to the store and buy a Rubik's Cube for like whatever $15, and it's the Rubik's brand, but then once I started getting into like the 5x5, I had to go to a special comic book store for it. And then I wanted this, which is online from some German company. And my parents were, really untrustworthy, but nonetheless, it came through and I got it. And I was so excited because it was just the biggest cube I've ever had. And I started just, solving it for fun. I didn't really time myself on it because it just took so long for me to do. But after a while, I have decided, you know what, I still want to start solving this thing as fast as I can. So I put a little bit of silicone spray in there, and let me tell you, that stuff is still working. Like you can see in the video here, the cube's pretty smooth. And I started solving it, and I was getting around, I think to start off with, like 20 minutes was my first couple solves. And then I got it down to about 15 minutes, and then I think I was at a point where I was consistently getting about 12 or 13. But then I started picking up, smaller cubes. It's kind of strange. Like, I started speed solving bigger cubes before I started speed solving smaller cubes. So I was solving this V-Cube 7 before I was solving a 3x3, really. And then I started, solving the 3x3, the 4x4, the 5x5 a lot. And then coming back to this, I suddenly got a lot better, like 9 minutes, 8 minutes. And then I hit that, I don't know, I guess you could call it just like a point where I just couldn't get any faster than that. But as you can see from this solve, I'm doing really well. Like my centers, it's only been like 2 minutes and 20 seconds here, and I think, yeah, I just got onto the last two centers here. So I got to this point now where I'm, averaging about 7 minutes. So it just goes to show, with practice and time and patience, you can increase your or decrease your time, sorry. So anyway, that's kind of the story with me and solving larger cubes. And do I like solving larger cubes better than smaller cubes? It depends on the circumstances. Like, sometimes if it's during the day and I don't really want to spend like a huge chunk of time in my own world, like, because when you solve big cubes, you can't just be conversing with someone because you got to really focus everything you have on that cube. So during the day, I usually would just pick up the 3x3 or the 4x4 and do that. But like, this was kind of later, and I was just kind of listening to some music, and you just kind of get into the zone, and then you can solve a bigger cube like this. So yeah, I like solving it when I just have like some time to kill, maybe later at night. Anyway, what else was I going to talk about? I think I was going to talk about V cubes. So this is actually my only V-Cube. I never got a V-Cube 6 or 5 or 4 or 3, so I can't really say too much on behalf of all V-Cubes, but I was pretty happy with this V-Cube 7. Like, I don't have a Shangshou 7x7, so I can't compare it, but it doesn't pop very often, and it's pretty easy to control. You just have to kind of get a hang of the outer layers are pretty skinny, so you have to kind of work around it. But yeah, I was happy with the V-Cube, and I know that a lot of companies like Shangshou have gone off the V-Cube's design, and lots of people have said, they're like stealing the design from like V-Cubes. But honestly, I've heard a few other people say this too. And if you're taking a product and you're making it better, like, it's kind of like a car. You're not gonna reinvent the wheel. You're just gonna kind of redesign a new model and kind of make it your own brand. So that's kind of how I feel about this. It's like, if you take a cube's design, you make it better, and you make it your own. I don't have a problem with it, honestly. And I've bought a few cubes that I really don't think are too legitimate. I remember I bought my 11 by 11 off some site that was, I forget what it was, but it wasn't exactly a cube store. It was just some like bargain company, and yeah, I didn't really care too much. I mean, it's not like these cubing companies are going to go bankrupt. At least I hope not. So I'm just about finishing these edges right here. I think I'm on the last couple edges, and at this point in the solve I was really excited because it was like 5 minutes, and I thought, oh man, I'm gonna break 6 minutes, I'm gonna get under 5 minutes, and that would be amazing for me. But alas, it didn't really happen, and I ended up getting a time. Well, I won't spoil it for you, but you can kind of watch the 3x3 stage. Anyway, I recently got a new shipment of cubes, just a few new ones, but I made an unboxing video, so that should be out on my channel pretty soon after this. For those of you who are subscribed to me, I'm sorry about the little gap between my videos. I've just had a lot of stuff going on, and I just haven't really had the time to make a video. I'm sure you can understand, those of you who have busy lives. Anyway, we're on the last layer. I think I'm doing my OLL now. Yes, that's the OLL, and then it's got an easy 3-corner cycle for my PLL, and 625. So here's my reaction.
Whew, that was a good solve. You know what my old record was? 7 minutes 30 seconds. So 625.
Yeah, I was pretty excited at this part.
Oh. Yeah, that's really good. Wow. Alright, thanks for watching.
Okay, now I'm going to say it again. Thanks for watching. Anyway, yeah, I'll have some more stuff on my channel soon enough. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.